Hello guys, my name is Vita and I'm from Ukraine, currently living in Sumy city. And today guys, on my stream, you have the opportunity to have a video date with me face to face, absolutely for free. So here's guys, the introduction video. So you know more about myself. I guess that concerns more for newbies at our channel.
Ukrainian women, it's like five in one. It's perfect mothers, perfect wives, perfect cookers, perfect lovers, perfect housekeepers, and perfect friends. Every man is a hunter, and every woman is a target. So every hunter wants to get his target. And every target at the end of the day would like to be chased and caught. Believe me, you will be happy with her. This lady, when she gets you, trust me, she will keep you with both hands and never let you go. Believe me, guys, the lady who is really interested in you and who really likes you never will ask you for money, for gifts, or for presents from the early beginning of your relations. Why women look for foreign husband? Because women tired of laziness and non-responsibility of our men.
If we're talking about spontaneous sex on the first date, it also can be great for sure if both of you feel the magic and chemistry, but only from physiological side. Regarding psychology, guys, in majority of cases, chemistry is one of the smallest reasons why she may want you just on the first date. So remember, date is always for Ukrainian women is kind of exhibition. She will look at you, she will listen at you, smell you even, and evaluate you to make a general conclusion about your future destiny. So guys, and one more special announcement. You have the opportunity to have unlimited free video dates with any of our live streamers every day from yesterday until July 31st. And this, guys, your opportunity to practice your dating skills and get honest feedback and tips from our ladies. And here is the short video from our founder with more details for your better understanding, guys, how it's work in general.
Hey guys, welcome to UkraineDating.tv. The best thing since sliced bread, literally, in the dating world, especially if you're looking to date a Slavic woman. Until July 31st, you can date, come online and do a video date face-to-face with any of our streamers, okay, for all of July, completely free. I can't stress it enough, guys, that is the key to your successful relationship that ends in marriage, is you understanding the ladies. And I gotta tell you, it's not an easy job. It's like they should offer a bachelor or a master's program in understanding Ukrainian woman or Slavic woman's psyche. It's that complicated. And it's just so reverse intuitive to us. Now, I've got to say, some of our ladies are single and they're Match Guaranty registered brides. And some of them are not. Some of them are even married. But the thing is, really, it's just an exercise in communication, right? But especially for the ones that are single, you have a shot at dating a Match Guaranty lady. So what you do is if you come on, you camshare, and you feel something special, you think she likes you, you like her, you need to be the man. Take the next step. It's about your action. And what you can do is go to buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating, and you can pay $200, buy her flowers. We will send her a bouquet of flowers, and you can write her whatever you want as a letter, as an introduction to yourself. You definitely want to tell her that you're interested in her. You'd like to get to know her more, and you can include your contact information. And if you make an impression and she likes you, that she will contact you back because she's a available bride. So if you look like a serious groom that she's interested in, age appropriate, so less than 15 years should be for the most part. Some guys can push that 15-year envelope a bit. You see the URL on the screen right now, yoursmv.com, and you can calculate 4 things. And really, this gives you a real invaluable insight as to how attractive you are to Ukrainian and Slavic women. And the thing about this calculator, it's not designed to see how valuable you are in the eyes of Western women or American women at all, because it's night and day different. How a Slavic woman evaluates a prospective husband, because this is a serious calculator. It's not, hookup culture calculator, like, are you a stud? You look good, you got a 6-pack. It's not that at all, because that's not important to Slavic women that are looking for a good husband. It's got all the input variables that Slavic women find important, and it's weighted accordingly. It's very accurate. So you can calculate 4 things. First one is your SMV, sexual market value, quick. It's a quick calculator. So quick means not as accurate because it's not as many questions, but you can do it in a couple of minutes. Then there's your SMV accurate. It's the second calculator. Then number 3, it's probability of marriage. It will calculate your chances of marriage with a Slavic woman. Okay. That has a lot of questions, a lot of input variables. So it's very accurate. And then lastly, it's max age gap. So you can calculate the maximum age gap that you can realistically have with a Slavic woman. To qualify for this free dating, unlimited free dating, the month of July, actually from now until July, unlimited dating, you got to go to here. You got to register. Even if you've already registered, you got to register again. You answer all the questions. And when you are registering, you're going to come to this question. Where did you hear about Match Guarantee? You must put this, not Google search, not Facebook, not Instagram, Match Guarantee, YouTube, no, UkraineDating.tv, YouTube. The 5th option, UkraineDating.tv. Only guys that select that are entitled to free dating.
So guys, you got the main information, you got all details. If you have questions, you of course may ask us, streamers. And about our married streamers, guys, with our married streamers, keep in mind that you still have the opportunity to pretend you are on a date and get sincere feedback on how well you do and how you can do actually more and improve, or maybe change something in yourself, or work more on your priorities or your ideas and perspectives. So how actually to get video dating free until July 31st? So step number 1, register. You must register by going to Match Guaranty, spelled with a y.com/register. The link you can see, guys, on the screen, I guess, also in the description under this video and all the rest of our videos. And filling the form. That's for sure what you should do. Making sure to select that you heard about us from Ukraine Dating YouTube channel. That is key, guys. Without selecting that option, you will be missed. And step number 2, guys, enter studio, of course, naturally and obviously. So enter new unique StreamYard link. Of course, you can see that link also on the screen, I believe, and in the chat and in the description provided by our beautiful streamer, right? And enter your full name or email when entering studio, so we can verify you have registered. Remember, even if you registered before, you should do that once again, second time, no matter if you did that already. And you should fill the form choosing that you heard from us from Ukraine Dating YouTube channel. And step number 3, camera and audio on. So you must have your camera and audio on to video date, of course. So guys, who's gonna to be our first brave man to have a video date with me right now? I told you on Friday, I told you yesterday. That's kind of examination, but I'm not too strict teacher. So now is your chance to sharpen your dating skills with Slavic Ukrainian women, right? Also, don't forget, of course, to subscribe to our channel, to give us your likes, and to hit the bell in order not to miss our live streams, which we have at random days and times. And with our beautiful live streamers. And of course, I would appreciate it greatly if you would show your support for my live stream, of course, today by subscribing and giving your likes to me. Hopefully, the information will be interesting, exciting, and useful. What is the main purpose of me being here? So, guys, let's talk a little bit. Whom we have today. Guys start to disappear from chat when I start to say about video date. So nobody want to video date with me? Nobody want to have a virtual date with me? Listen, I am the most experienced data here, okay? Probably the oldest live streamer, the married one, second time. So I have a lot of experience, guys, and that's your great chance to try it with me, just to see how it works in reality. So remember, I'm not biting through thousands of kilometers through this screen, but it can be real fun and exciting. So try your luck. Even if you feel that you are not in the specific costume today, that's fine. I can forgive you. But we can pretend you are in a classical shirt, white one or blue one or pink one, in a nice trousers. So let's try. Who want to be the first and who will be the bravest? And for now, I will say hello to everybody. Of course, thanks for joining me, for waking up so early, and for spending this 1 hour kindly with me. I appreciated that greatly. Vatvatичик, привет. GMO, trash hidden in plain sight. Hi, Vita. Hi. Sorry, your nickname is too long and too difficult a little bit for me. So if I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry for that. Bill, hello. Thanks for coming. Yeah, also, guys, don't forget about your smv.com. That's really interesting and useful thing, which can show you the level of your possible success. But don't forget that is designed specially to understand how attractive you can be specifically for Ukrainian, for Slavic women, right? Not for Western, because the dating scene here and there, it's absolutely two different stories. The mentality, the mindset, the psychology, traditionality, family principles, family models, ideas about future family life, absolutely different among Ukrainian women and Western women. So this yoursmv.com calculator will be very useful for you. So don't forget to try it. Okay. FIT Mark Brew, hello everybody. Greetings from Belgium. Hello, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us today. Bill, good morning. So what biting thousands of kilometers, long teeth. Yeah, long hands, long nails, and long teeth. Yeah, so I mean, guys shouldn't be afraid. It's not scary actually, and that's not, I mean, that somebody is going to judge or to be strict or something. It can be a very good experience for you, first of all, for yourself, and for the rest of the guys too. So when you do that by yourself, that's the one story. When you look at this from another side, that's different story. So why not try this? We think it's a good idea, but I see no brave man so far, for now. Infosika007, hello, good morning. Thanks for coming. Just got up. I do not get up early. Let me get my tea first, Alan. Okay, you have still 45 minutes. I give you 10 minutes for tea, 10 minutes for dressing up, for shaving, for what you need. And then I'm waiting for you here on video date. Okay, done, settled? And happy weekend. Hello, happy weekend. Sorry, Vita, don't know how to change it. How to change what exactly? What specifically? Bill, it's 6 a.m. in California. I understand. FIT Mark Brew. I'm in Lviv from 5 to 13th July. Oh, cool. So what you gonna do there? Are you going to date with someone, with some nice Ukrainian lady? So if you never see her before, maybe you practice with me so far. Maybe I can give you good advice, good tips, instructions. What do you think? Ah, GMO screen name. Okay, that's fine. That was just joke. I mean, I was just sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Hopefully you will understand and forgive me if yes. Okay, so guys, I see there are no so far guys who would like to talk to me on camera. Just in case, let's continue. Let's continue our topic from yesterday. So we are talking about dating, how to date Ukrainian women, main instructions, tips, and all the rest. So we yesterday started what actually should be done on the first date and what shouldn't be done, of course, yes, and some tips and instructions, some advice you got yesterday. So let's continue today so far, and in maybe like 2 3 5 minutes I will make some pause to check if somebody of you want to comment, give me some comments, or have some questions, or probably would finally decide to have a virtual date with me on video. Okay, so according to etiquette in Ukraine, the oldest guest should be served the first. That's understandable, especially, for example, we don't know if your grandparents are eating with you. Who knows? Maybe you were communicating too long online. You think you know her already quite fine, and her parents, you don't want to postpone too much, and her parents want to see you. And maybe your first date will be with her parents. That's not the desirable thing, I would say, but sometimes such exceptions can be. That all depends on your individual love story, right? So don't forget about that moment, that you should take care, of course, and pay attention to elder people if they will be next to you at the table. So also ask your neighbor at the table to pass the dish if you cannot get it yourself. So, you know, you shouldn't move all over the table trying to stretch your hands. And you just can ask another people to give it to you. That's a little bit about etiquette, because I don't know if that's fine at your table. You Western American people, you feel more free, more not so strict rules sometimes, probably. So that's why here exist some rules, and it will be better for you to know them before. Sorry. So try all the national dishes of Ukrainian cuisine during lunch with a Ukrainian woman. Of course, if she proposed to you. So if she's ordering the food, and she may ask you if you really want to try something specifically Ukrainian. So of course you can't try all dishes of Ukrainian food, but some main which are very popular and which would be recommended. But if you have some allergy, or maybe you dislike some dish, maybe you don't eat fish, who knows? So ask her what's in this dish specifically, and if yes, she will be very pleased. If you really like that, try that and say that it was great. But again, don't be lying. If you don't like, say it openly, because otherwise, if she's your destiny and you're gonna marry her one day, and remember in the first date that you said you like the dish, probably she will keep cooking that specifically for you, and you will be suffering from eating the stuff you really don't want or don't like. So be yourself. Don't be afraid to say no also, or to show that you didn't like that, but of course in a polite manner. Yeah, I don't need to say that you shouldn't say like, oh my god, I never tried such shit like this, what's this? So be a gentleman, remember about that. So but your refusal, if you say no, I don't want to try, will be considered rude. You know, so for example, she recommending you something, so try to be polite if you don't want, but of course nobody want to make you to eat what you really don't want to eat. So balance, okay? So toasting at the table is a popular tradition in Ukraine, but toasting, I don't think toasting will be on the first date unless you guys decide to drink some wine, maybe a couple of glasses. That's fine for the first date, absolutely. Maybe not even not even couple, maybe more. But the most popular toast, as all of you probably already know, to your health, right? But when you with your Ukrainian lady, woman on the first date, I wouldn't recommend to use this toast because it's more common, not so romantic. I would like to say that good toast will be for the first meeting, for our mutual future, for successful relationship, for you, my dear, for your beauty, something like that. Some kind of compliment and some kind of hope for the future success in your relationship. I think that that kind of toast will be more appropriate. So, if you don't drink alcohol at all, just take a small sip, or you can just say, sorry, I'm not drinking. But yeah, in order not to draw too much attention to yourself, do not speak too loudly. People definitely will start to turn and look at you, and yeah, it's better not to behave like that. I had a problem with that because I'm a little bit loud person sometimes, and I like jokes, I like humor, and I like to laugh, and I like to be made to laugh. And once, when I have been working in Japan, me and my colleagues, we went for the lunch in the nearest restaurant, and it was maybe not the first time, but maybe at my early days there in Japan, and I didn't know the mentality and the psychology mindset of Japanese people. So it was a good company, and we knew each other for many years already. So we could play jokes, and it was something funny. And I start loudly speaking, and I can tell you, Japanese people, my colleagues, they were really shy for me. They were blushed. They started like to make shh, 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 like shut up, don't make like this, and people really were shocked because it's not typical in Japan, in their culture, to be loud and to attract attention by even by ringtone of your phone. So in Ukraine, of course, if you don't want to be looked strangely, be a little bit quiet. As for some another tradition, as for alcohol, an open bottle must be drunk, an empty bottle shouldn't be on the table. A little bit doubtful advice, honestly, but that's for the next dates, for future. Maybe if you really will drink some alcohol with your lady, or maybe in a company with your friends or relatives. So, but still, I would tell like this. I would divide this advice into two parts. An empty bottle should not be on the table. That's true, absolutely. We have prejudices. If you have empty bottle of alcohol on your table, it means you won't have money. So you will go bankrupt, or you will get in financial, bad situation. So in this case, always this empty bottle should be taken away from the table, to give on this to the servant, to the waitress, or to put even on the floor. It's very habitual and very common here. As for an open bottle should be drunk completely, that's all depends on you. But be careful and remember that your lady will look at you while dating, how you drink, the manner you drink, the way you drink, the quality you drink, and the amount you drink. And of course, how you will behave after drinking. So please be careful with that. I will tell you also one story. It's not about romantic story, but some of my experience. The day when we bought our house, we decided to make kind of party, like farewell party with the owner, ex-owner of the house, right? And we were communicating with him for 3-4 months before we actually made the final deal. And the person was absolutely great, friendly, understanding. And I thought we would invite him many times, again and again, as a guest to our house. maybe we gonna visit him. So everything was fine until the last day when we made a deal, and we drink a little bit alcohol, but the guy drank really a lot, and in my eyes, I saw absolutely different person. And since then, we never communicated with him once again because his behavior was inappropriate. So if you know that you can be too loud or too nervous or too much laughing or aggressive, maybe some people can get aggressive while drinking. So take control, please. Keep you in frames, and better not to drink. But I hope you won't have any problems with that. So guys, let me check if we have any guys who would like to to talk to me on video. No, nobody, and no comments and no questions. Oh my guys, oh my god, you're so lazy today, guys. What Vatichik, your question. Thank you, my friend. Vita, have you ever witnessed anyone getting drunk and going crazy? Not violent, but just crazy. Exactly. I just told you the story about the ex-owner of my house. He was absolutely, totally crazy, absolutely idiotic jokes, absolutely and totally loud person. Uh, and when we were trying to bring him home, finally we put him in the taxi. He was trying not to flirt, but to be rude to the shop assistant. So it was absolutely crazy situation. And of course, yeah, I had different friends, not all of them ideal, of course, and I saw a lot of different people who behaves absolutely different after starting to drink. That's why, yeah, I have a lot of such stories, unfortunately. But what? Can't imagine anyone irresponsible enough to let themselves get to that stage or mess up their date. Can be existing such people as well. Existing such people as well. Yeah, but we have what we have. Different people, different stories, different characters. So I just hope with none of our clients, none of our viewers, this situation will happen, because that will be the disaster. Unless your woman is on the same level and likes to drink a lot. I saw such cases too. Being a counselor and translator on some couples meeting, I saw cases when both women and men start to drink heavily, and oh my god, the date was like a total disaster, total disaster. So can happen. What even when nervous, I would imagine people can still recognize that their behavior is becoming a problem when drinking too much. Absolutely possible, trust me. Not only between Ukrainian or Russian people, but between foreigners as well. Let me tell you, when I have been working in tour agency, trip agency in Turkey, I saw a lot of foreigners. Of course, I have been working with foreign people, Holland people, English people, Polish people, Czech people, Israeli people, German people. The highest percentage of tourists in Turkey always have been German people. So trust me, English people can drink really much, starting from the morning and finishing in the evening. Not only men, women as well. I saw a lot of drunk tourists who were completely drunk for almost the whole day long. So they just coming from one table to another, drinking, making mess, being loud, laughing, falling down, breaking glasses. So this story can happen in every country. I just hope that. But here is the story. What? Due to your comment, due to your question, here is the story. If you control yourself on the first date, but you really have a problems with alcohol anyway, sooner or later these problems will pop up, right? And the lady will be pissed off if she's completely against of drinking people, probably if she doesn't drink at all. So that was the story also with my ex-husband. As I told you, I mentioned that in my previous live streams, I was told by his colleague that he can drink heavily. But I never believed, because I never saw him drinking. And even when he was in Ukraine with my relatives at the table and he was offered to drink even champagne or wine, he told, no, I'm not drinking because Vita is against drinking, so I'm not drinking. So everybody was drinking except him. But then later, when he felt free, the full picture popped up. So story can be different. What, Etiquette? P. Jones, hello. Where are the women located with the war still going on? Asking in case I want to meet. What do you mean, where are the women located with the war still going on? What do you mean by this question? I don't understand. Women located are all over Ukraine, even on occupied territories, in all cities. Maybe you clarify your question because I didn't get it. What do you mean here? You mean women from Match Guaranty database? They can be located all over. Some of them can be abroad. Some of them can be in Poland, some in Czech Republic, some in Hungary, some in USA even, some in Belgium, some in Germany. Of course, the biggest percentage of people, women who escaped in Poland, in Germany, in Czech Republic also, Belgium, Netherlands, so these countries, but actually all over the world, all over the world. So that all depends on every specific woman. You should, if I understand you right, and you want to see where women from database on Match Guaranty, so you can ask this question from any of coaches. Okay, hopefully I got your question right. Right. Yeah, but what? It differs from person to person. Some are still in Ukraine, others have left Ukraine and live somewhere in Europe, and others are living in another continent. Absolutely. Yeah. But what? Yeah, so he celebrated afterwards. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Okay, P. Jones, I understood you correct. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So, guys, don't forget that this month, the full July, up to July 31st, we have this absolutely great option for you when you can practice, and then you can try kind of probation, kind of test, examination. If you're afraid of these words, okay, I would change them for milder definition, not to scare you away. It's just a perfect chance to try dating online, and just okay, we can pretend we are online, we are on date online. You can ask all questions. I'm your bride, you're my groom, we can talk nicely, it can be fun, it can be exciting, and it can be really good practice. Because if you say or ask something wrong, I would definitely stop you and say, so this phrase shouldn't be asked or shouldn't be told, or too early, or not at the appropriate time. So why not? Why not? So, guys, be brave. Don't forget that to do this, you should be registered at Match Guarantee. The link you can see on the screen. Even if you were registered already before, you should do that once again. And you should, of course, complete the form application, in which where will be the question from where you heard about us. You should choose specifically Ukraine Dating YouTube channel. So don't forget about that. Okay. Stefan Hoffman, are you still in Ukraine? And are you generally speaking? I'm in Ukraine, of course. I'm living in my home city. I didn't move out of Ukraine, and I hope I wouldn't have to, because I want to live on my land and in my house. Generally speaking, about what? About English people or what? Drinking? What you mean? Can you clarify, please? Yeah, I mean, what asked me if I saw some examples when people were really drunk and messed up everything around. So I just gave an example. Yeah, but of course, there are a lot of people in Ukraine, not only women but men as well, who never drinks and even never smokes. The same can be in every country, but I mean people who drink much and can lose control can be everywhere, not only in Ukraine, right? So yeah. Okay, guys, your questions, if you have any more questions. Okay, guys. So okay, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Привет. Hello, Alan. Nice to see
I
you.
got a little dressed up for you.
You cool. You cool. You have a blue shirt and very nice gray and even a little bit sparkling jacket. Yeah, that's cool. That's very good. But if
I
you
didn't
go,
take a shower yet. That's why I got the hat on.
that's fine. That's fine. But
you like the you like the hat?
Yeah, but I see it's Ukraine. It's very cool. The lady will be really, really pleased. But don't forget, if you enter the restaurant, you should take your cap out, right? Not to sit at the table.
Oh no, I won't. I won't wear a hat to a date. The only time I wear a hat is when I don't wash. Haven't taken a shower because I have to take a shower in the morning because my hair's all over the place.
Okay. I hope this you also won't say to your lady, right?
No,
No,
not on the first date.
Not on the first date. Yeah, maybe in a year or two, right?
I have a really cute picture of my grandson. And I think he's like 1 year old and his hair's all over. So I say, this is the way I look like in the morning. That's the way I'm going to say it. So if you're okay with that, we're good.
Yeah, that's when I marry you, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, well,
I want to ask you, I did the SMV, all three of them. And I was wondering if there's a way we could talk about that, or if I could get a copy of the list of the questions. Because there's some questions I didn't, they should be like A, B, C, D, and then an E on top of that, because you didn't quite fit into each category. So that was one thing I wanted to, and the other thing is, can you explain what we can do, or can Joe write up a list, like an outline? I still don't understand how I can email a lady. What site do I have to go to do that? But I don't want to email a date lady. I want to email like you or Zana or Maria and ask certain questions in the email, and that way they can answer directly to those questions. Because I want to learn a little bit more at different categories, because I believe women in their 20s act one way, women in their 30s act another way, women in their 40s act another way. And I even have one lady that you guys have, and she's 63, and she's an ice skater coach, which I kind of like. I reached out to her to send some pictures, and she sends me pictures in an overall coat. And I'm a leg man. I need to see legs, And that's the other thing on your profiles. You got to have girls that show off their legs, because men are either breast guys or leg guys or ass guys. Those are the three categories. So they need to pick 3 pictures like that. So that way they can show everything.
Yeah.
Different types of guys. And then that way from that they can choose. Now, of course, I like to read their profiles, but they don't write much on their profiles. I wish they did that.
I guess, Alan, for this, honestly, because I am not a coach right now at Match Guarantee, I can just give you more tips about actual dating, like relationship. As for organization, I think it's better if you already registered Match Guarantee. Also, there is a phone number you can call. There is a specific email. You can email and ask all your questions. And also, you probably know that you can have a free video call with one of our coaches, Diana Ojana, as well, as I know, and you can ask all those questions. I mean, if you have questions about database or some application forms issues, they can definitely help you, because I am a little bit different story here.
Okay.
I am more giving practicing advice, tips, instructions. If you have difficulties with your lady, how to understand you are being scammed, how not to be scammed, how to be good and successful at your date, what to say, what not to say. So I'm more at that, points. And the girls in office, admins, coaches, of course, they will gladly help you with that list, and they will explain you with all your questions.
Okay.
So
And then
would you like to pretend I'm your bride and we have a first date?
one more question before we go there.
Okay.
Some of the guys are waiting to do something, and I believe they have the wherewithal to go and date, because that's one thing I would like to do. I would like to date, like to kind of practice. So I don't want to pick a lady that I want to marry. I want to pick a lady that I can kind of play with, talk with them and see more about them, but not necessarily looking to get married. Because my position right now is I'm 68. I'm living on Social Security. It's only $718 a month, which it comes in every month, and then I could live well, believe it or not.
It's enough for you, but not enough to keep the lady.
Well, I'm looking to go to another country. That's the other issue. So I've lost everything I have here in America, so I've got nothing holding me back. And my goal is to go and move to Spain, because I'm part Spanish, so I know the language, and I can live in Spain. In Florida, I live in Florida, Tampa Bay, Florida. So here in America, they have what is called snowbirds, meaning that people from the south, from the north, come down here during the winter because it's warmer, and then summertime it's too hot for them, so they go back up to north. So that's kind of what I want to be. I want to be a snowbird, but I want to go live in Spain and then come back to Florida.
Yeah.
I live 3 or 4 months here in Florida, like summertime, I guess, or whatever, because I love the water. And I want, and that's the other thing too, the foundation to build with the lady. She's got to swim. She's got to love the water. So that gives us that. And I enjoy dancing. So of course, I think a lot of women would like that. But swimming and that, and then of course, I love to drive cars. I love convertible cars. Mm-hmm. So she should be able to enjoy that. I did have one girlfriend one time where I couldn't put the top down till after 4 o'clock, and she didn't like the smells of the cars, the diesel. And I just put the top down, turn on the air conditioning. I don't care.
Because you're a man and she's
I enjoy driving,
I understand.
It builds your emotions, your senses, and everything.
Yeah.
Top down. But if it's too hot, I understand. I can put the top up and do that, but not all the time, And then I want a lady that will enjoy a dog, because I'd love to have a dog. Once we're married. Once we're married. Mm-hmm. I don't think I like cats, but I don't think I could live with one because my allergies just.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing. So these are some of the traits that I'm looking for that I need to put into the profile to make sure that we have the foundation.
If I understood you correctly, let's check.
Sure.
You're not looking for women to get married with right now, but just to spend some time, right?
Yeah. Okay. For the next, say, 3 or 4 months. After that, then I'll be looking.
And okay. So if everything is fine, then probably you're gonna decide to get married, right? If everything is okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm waiting.
Or you would prefer to be free?
I'm waiting for a deal to come in for my funding. So once the funding gets in place, then I'll be more secure money wise. I can live on 700, but there's no life for that. It's just survival.
We all understand this money. I can tell you, even in Ukraine now, not like super good money like it was before. Even now here, before 700 would be absolutely before war. For family, to provide the family, not super, not like something, but quite okay and safe.
Yeah. Well,
But
I figure if I'm making 700 and she's making 200 or 300 a month, well, it's about $1,000. You could live.
what
Because
about what about the
my plan
property? Do you
was
have
my plan
do,
was to go and live in Ukraine before the war,
okay.
but that's not happening.
That's not
But
happening right now, yeah.
I am following Think Ukraine. By the way, her name is Vita too. And she's a single mom. Her husband got shot down. He was a pilot. Really nice story, tragic, but good story. But she just went and bought a house for $2,000. And this is a professor lady, that teaches professor. She's a PhD, and she's a city lady. But now she's learning to become a village girl, or
like me, moving from the city to the village.
no, but I mean, can you buy a house for $2,000? No plumbing, no toilet, no well.
You can.
I'm like, how can you live like that? So I'm watching to see how she does stuff.
How she managed.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good. It would show the guys how Ukrainian women can be, because I didn't think. I believed country village girl can become a city girl, but I didn't think a city girl can become a country girl.
I'm here. I'm the vivid example. I'm the vivid example. I was traveling all over the world. Yeah. I never could stay at home for more than 2 weeks. I would just get bored. I need movement. I need crowds. I need people around me. I need public. After I never was dreaming about private house, because I know there is a lot of work to do always. You never can relax in private house. Whenever you want to relax, you always can find what to do. But I'm growing chickens, I'm growing tomatoes, I'm growing strawberries, I have ducks, and still, yeah, I don't like crowds. I don't like big companies right now, of course. Yes, I like my peaceful place. But when I really need people, I can drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm in the center of the city. I can go attend my friends. I can go to cafe or whatever. I mean, here's the vivid example from city girl turning into a countryside girl. I mean, that also comes with the age, with the priorities, values in your life. You start to evaluate absolutely in a different way. You start to value different things. That's why if the person is vibe, I don't say that all city girls should like to live to move in the country, right? That wouldn't be correct. I know girls, and I won't afraid of this word. She's Ukrainian, but she now lives in London. From Ukraine, she moved to Poland and then to London. She's 50 years old right now. Oh my God, if I show you the picture, you will be shocked. She looks like specifically 30-year-old girl in pink costumes with nails, not lips or breast or something, popped up, she's natural. But she takes care of herself. She likes to go to disco. She's absolutely fashionable. She's fit. She's going to gym.
Sounds like my type of woman.
Oh, yeah. And she's
I grew up in the disco era, so I love dancing.
And she's hot. She's Scorpion, and I know she's not still, but she's, oh my God, she wants men's attention. So, I mean, but when she was living in Poland, she had a private house. She was planting roses, but still she was fashionable with the nice nails. Yep. And she had nice lawns, trees and everything. That's not the matter of, individual story. But anyway, what I would say, I think it would be difficult for you to find on Match Guaranty database the lady who will be okay for practicing. But maybe, who knows? But for this, you'd better talk to coaches, right? Because they know they communicate ladies on database. They know their individual requests, right? Their wishes. Maybe there is some lady who also looking for good men for some happy story, but maybe afraid to get married immediately. Maybe want also to learn better, to see how the things will go.
Maybe I need to find a lady that wants to do like a practice run.
you know, from the beginning, if we say honestly, all ladies, 99.9, okay, some we can't come into the brains of every lady, right? Some can have some hidden purposes or goals, right? But we try to check them, to scan them, to control them, and all the rest. But still, the main amount of ladies who come to register, they have the main desire to get married. They're looking for husband, not for lovers, not for practicing, because for practicing you can use Tinder or Badoo or whatever, you know, websites. There, yeah, no problem. But lady who already made a decision to come to a serious matchmaking company and she's really seriously looking for husband, I think that will be honestly problematic, I guess. But still, for this, I think, because I don't want to say, like, I mean, categorically no, maybe there are some lady who will be fine, who will like your personality. And if you are both crazy, and if you like both lifestyle and you find common language and everything is good between you, maybe you will be fine to live together, not necessarily to get married. Or maybe one day you will decide, okay, this woman I really want to make my wife. Why not? Such stories also happens. But I mean, you need to check.
No, I really want to get married because I'm 68, you know, so that's what I want to do. But I want to figure out a way to do like a test run. You know, even if I go and meet them, you know, and then of course there has to be the chemistry, and you can't get that unless you meet face to face. Once you meet and you get that chemistry, then I mean it's like wow. And also we want to know what's going on with Billy. I mean, his story to me is just fantastic. What a guy, you know, and the things he's gone through, and now he's found this great, terrific woman that he can't keep up with.
Yeah.
So we want to know what's going on. I know he's already met her. So let's part 2 of Billy's story.
Okay,
we need to see that. So Joe needs
but,
to get that.
Yeah, you should remember that finance is also, of course, very important, because honestly, you can't even travel too much with just $700 or $800 income. That's because that will cause a lot of problems, of course, for sure.
Well, that's the only thing that's really holding me back, because you know, once I get the money, I'm on a plane. Period. You know, and then I stay there for a month at least.
Money now decides almost everything. Not all, but a lot. Really, a lot.
Well, at least it gets me started, and then in that way, you know. Okay, so now I can figure out. All right, one more question. Do you have some psychology behind you?
Just my own experience. Yeah, I have studied psychology at university. I have, but I'm not professional psychologist, but I'm reading a lot. I'm on a lot of big amount of forums, different, you know, psychologist courses, something like that. I don't have any degree, just my life experience, my wisdom, my practice, and my education.
I'm a school of hard knocks too, and I believe in that. People that have street smarts, you know, they can have a PhD, but I want them to have street smarts.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so here's a question for you, and I've been up and down on this, and I can't seem to get an answer for myself. Okay, so, you know, I want to marry a girl, so when I look at their profile, and I'm into single moms. I think that would be terrific. I would love to have one that has a little girl between, say, 2, 3, up to 5. That would be the most ideal, like, you know, Joe got.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The only thing is, if she has a boy, it's an automatic deal breaker. Boom, done. So I draw the line there. So I want her to have a daughter.
Why?
And her, you know. That to me would be top tier. To go out and look for, you know, besides what I want out of her, but that's like the added bonus, the ice cream on the cake, you know?
Okay.
So for me to say no to them having a son, you know, younger, and I've already had a son. I mean, he's 43, I think, 43 now. He was born in 79. So I've already had a son, and he's like a weightlifter and everything. So he's on his own. And I also have a grandson from him. He just turned 13. So he'll be 14 come December. So I have the boys. I want the girls.
Okay, I got you.
That's kind of my thinking. But I had a girlfriend who's Ukrainian, and she had a baby. So at 4 years old, she was working 3 jobs, and I babysat her when she was 4 and 5 during the summer, and I just loved it. Oh my God. We went swimming, took her out.
Yeah, but also don't forget about the age difference. If you want a woman or a single mom with a child which is 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, definitely
Right.
she would be 30, 35, and you are 69.
Right.
I guess that's too big age difference, honestly.
Right. That's
the lady at 50, even 45 will be problematic to find with your 2, 3 years old,
Right. I'm looking probably in the late 40s would work. And if they had some, later in life, they had a child in their 30s, that might work, but still that's 10. But I'm not saying it has to be that age. I mean, that would be a preference.
Yeah.
But that's it. I've met a few girls online. I do letter writing, and I'm actually
PPL letter.
Yeah.
Paper letter.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm lucky on that. I haven't spent much money on it, and I get the late, but I write long letters, and I make sure that I send them YouTube videos that they have to look at because they're going to have to answer me on that. So if it's a translator, he says, I ain't dealing with that. It's too much.
Very cunning, man.
You have to learn how to structure the letter to make sure you're talking.
Yeah. I mean, no misunderstanding, no coincidence. Yeah.
Right.
Answers fit the questions. Yeah, I understand what.
And sometimes I just pick ladies because of their careers. Like I'm talking to one now that's a violin player, and they even have a couple of things. Now I can't do video talks because I don't have enough money for that yet. But I did a couple of them before, so I know how the video works. And you are seeing the lady and talking to her. And I even had one that didn't really know too much English. But what was cool is on the site, it shows what you're typing into her, and I guess it translates it to Ukrainian automatically or Russian, and then she types back in, and it comes back in English. And of course, sometimes you can say a couple words here and there.
Yeah.
So in that case, what I try to do is I try to see if I can make her blush. So that was nice. Then I knew, okay, it's a good connection, So there's things that guys do. Instead of trying to do that, you have to figure out, okay, how can I make sure that this is real? How can I do that? But I enjoy letter writing, and because of that, I've been able to learn a lot about different ladies and their different careers. I even had one that traveled all over the place, and she did food processing. I guess she moved food around for different companies. So she was kind of independent. She was pretty cool, and she loved kite flying, flying a kite on the water.
Yeah.
So those things, and I've been doing this for about 5 years. Those things I think is my learning. I'm learning from that. It's my whole.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that in. So now I know. Plus,
it's time to start actions. It's time to start actions because time is, running fast. And it's the right time to start action. Alan, I'm very sorry, but we run out of time.
No problem.
We can continue next time. Okay.
Yeah, don't do it too early. I don't get up this early. I get up around 11, especially on the weekends.
Sorry, Alan. Yeah, but we also have our schedule. I'm sorry for that.
No
but
problem.
Thanks for your joining. It was nice talking to you.
Rita. I appreciate talking to you.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so guys, no, 1 second. Okay, now. So guys, yeah, you see, nothing scary. It wasn't a date, okay, actual, because Alan had some personal questions, but that also fine. But still, remember, all July we gonna make virtual dates, and we can pretend, we can try, we can practice, and then maybe when you have your real first date, not virtual but face to face date with your beautiful Ukrainian woman, you are not going to be so much confused, maybe thinking about some things, what is right, what is wrong, what I should say, or should I shut up. So don't forget, it's a great chance. Don't forget that you should be registered at Match Guarantee. Even if you did that before, you need to do that second time, complete the form, and choose Ukraine Dating.tv YouTube channel should be chosen as an option from where you heard about us. And guys, unfortunately, the time is out. I'm sorry. We're gonna continue with you next Friday, same time on UkraineDating.tv YouTube channel. Okay, on Sunday I will be on Match Guarantee. Friday, Saturday, the same time, 4 p.m. Ukrainian, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, I believe. Okay. I want to say thanks for everybody who found the time and possibility to join me today. That was really nice. And we will continue discussing tips, instructions, do's and don'ts while dating Ukrainian women. So partially, I will give you some portion yesterday, some portion today, some portion on Friday, and go on. Of course, prepare your questions about dating. If you don't understand something, what is good, what is not, if you're confused with the culture differences or culture shock you have, right? So you can ask me about specific moment. Is it good to make like this? Is it good to do like that? Is it okay? Is it correct? Is it not correct? So, and of course, I will be happy to give you an answer which will help you to clarify all the idea about how it works if you never experienced dating with Ukrainian women face to face. Okay, I mean not online chatting and texting, right? But I mean real live meeting. And so far, guys, of course, I want to say thanks, and I would like to show you some short video again about our Top G membership that you have more clear idea, and then I would tell you goodbye. I would say you goodbye, okay?
Okay, saving the best for last. Because at UkraineDating.tv, we're all about helping you guys actually get married to a Ukrainian woman in the real world. Tall bar, but I promise you, if you stick with us on the channel, there's nowhere else online that will help you increase your chances of actually tying a knot with a traditional Eastern European woman than us. So for 5 and only the next 5 lucky guys, you will get $7,500 off our lifetime matchmaking package. Unlimited dating, private matchmaker, full team support until you tie the knot. Only the next 5 guys that sign up for our Top G membership. I don't expect these will last long at all, so if you're serious about marrying a Ukrainian woman, you'll want to go to buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating right now and grab one of the remaining 5 coveted Top G membership spots. We agree that you're going to attend Ukraine dating regularly. Okay, that's on you, but just regularly. I'm giving you the discount because you're agreeing to get a good, solid education about Slavic women. And I know that's going to increase your chances of marital success. Absolutely. So I'm giving you that discount for that reason, because at Match Guarantee, what we're all about is having the highest possible marriage success rate for you. Here's how it works. A little bit more details. It's an option to purchase, basically. It's for 2 years. So anytime during 2 years, you have to stay a member and pay the $90 a month, but you get a bunch of perks for that. But the biggest perk is you save $7,500 off. There's only 5 spots. And as I told you guys with the previous one, it was 7 spots. Once those spots are gone, they're gone forever. Never will you have that level of discount. Same thing with these 5 spots. Once they're gone forever.
So you got all details, you got all the information. Thank you guys for coming today. It was really nice to see all of you. I wish to everybody great Sunday. Sorry to wake you up so early, but I appreciate it greatly that you woke up, especially to join me today. Okay. Hopefully you got some useful information today and it was interesting for you. I will be waiting for you next Friday. Okay, so goodbye to everybody and thanks for coming once again. Have a great day, guys.